Hi, this is Doug Wozniak, and this is a Senior Moment. I'm here today with Gary Eisen, the state representative from the area of St. Clair. Welcome, Gary.
Thank you, Doug.
Yeah, all right.
Representative.
Yeah, thanks. Well, why don't you tell me a little bit about your background?
First, it's the 81st District, which is most of St. Clair County. Mm-hmm. So, anyway, like I said, I am 65. This is kind of the end of my career, sort of, but it's a good way of using all my work experience, life experience, to make some good common sense decisions around here, My background is a welder. I've been in welding for 42 years. I actually started the business when I was around 21. I took a chance. I bought a truck, a welder, started working on the oil fields, and then from there it went, up and up. And then at the height of my career, I had about 12 employees, all right? And then during a certain period of time, things got kind of slow, and I ended up having to lay off most of them. So anyway, that's welding fabric. I think I'm the only skilled trade contractor on the floor. Yeah.
Oh, that could be,
I think so. So, I bring a kind of a different take on things. So
I think you're the only black belt too, right?
Yeah, maybe like 7th degree black belt. 'Cause I think there is a couple of other guys out there. But I do have my own martial arts school and a shooting school too. So kind of active.
Yeah.
So, but as of coming here, I always said, sometimes you just feel the need to do something, step up and help out, and that's kind of what I did, So, and here I am.
So the shooting school is just to have people, you help them get licensed?
Yes, like, CPLs, right? Mm-hmm. But I also take people through beginner through advanced. So if you want to do something beyond the CPL, like to do more movement shooting and stuff like that, I also do that too. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a background. So you've got a couple of ideas about seniors and the amount of taxes that they pay in this state. Can you talk about that a little bit?
It always bugs me that the older you get, you're still paying taxes. My dad's 94, and he was worried about getting his taxes in on time, okay? And I always thought there should be a time, like a tapering down, like you get 65 and then your tax rate for the next 5 years would be a little bit less and then a little bit less. And it would get to a time where like at 85 or so, you paid enough taxes, and I just think you should not have to pay any more taxes, okay? And I haven't figured out how to do that yet, but it's on my things to look into because it just doesn't seem fair, that you've been doing this your whole life, and they just keep wanting more and more. And I'm thinking you gave enough, okay? You gave enough. Now it's time to just relax, enjoy the money that I do have, because a lot of those guys don't have a lot of money. But yeah, still, there's your tax, okay? And maybe if government spent the money a little bit more wisely, maybe we wouldn't need all that senior tax, and it doesn't amount to that much money, all right?
So
you know what I'm just saying?
Yeah, you wouldn't be really trying to attract more seniors to the state, but you're trying to give the seniors in the state a break.
Yes, they deserve it, okay? I mean, come on, 94 years old? Okay, he's been paying taxes, I'm just saying, okay? And it seems like you should get to a time in your life where you can just relax and just say, you know what, I did enough, I deserve a break.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be one of those issues where you got to make sure you don't have unintended consequences and make sure it's doing what you want it to do.
Well, I'm not saying like if you were a billionaire or something, pay your taxes. I'm talking about the average guy who has a retirement, maybe not that great. He's a little bit on Social Security, okay? And I just think there should be a tapering down on the tax, not just cut it out, just, this percent, and then, like I said, then taper it down till you get to where maybe if you're still paying, but it's a very, very small amount. So.
I know another interest you've got, since a lot of our seniors are snowbirds, is actually hunting and allowing the seniors to get out more than what the times would allow them now.
What came to my attention that a lot of my friends, stopped hunting, and because they go down to Florida right after like Halloween, in October, and the thing is they just got tired of the weather, okay, the snow, the sleet, and sitting out in the cold, and I said, well, would you hunt if it was like earlier during warmer? And I go, oh yeah. And then I go, well, you know, they have bow hunting during October. And they go, well, I don't like to bow hunt. My shoulders hurt, my fingers hurt. I can't do it. I don't want to buy a crossbow. I just like to go out with my shotgun and still hunt, all right? That way maybe I can get a hunt in because I love to do it. And the weather's warmer. And then I can go to Florida and play golf. And you know what? There's thousands and thousands of, if I know 6 people myself, okay, you may know a couple. It could be 1,000 more licenses that the DNR could get that they're not getting now. All right, and maybe it has to be. I call it a snowbird license because you know birds go south, these guys go south, and after a while, you know that chilly. My dad stopped hunting, okay, because it was too cold. Even if I had him in a little blind, he goes, "Yeah, I just can't do this anymore," and it was too bad. But if it was like sometime in October, it was warm, he would have done it still.
Yeah, and even everyone, not just deer hunting, but bird hunting, pheasant hunting, duck hunting.
But the thing about deer hunting is there's not a lot of movement, okay? I mean, you can sit in a blind, have your shotgun, and watch, all right? But, you know, if the feet start getting cold, your hands start getting cold, it's just uncomfortable. And I just think that if you could get 5,000, 6,000 more guys hunting, you realize right now we're down 200,000 hunters from the 2000. So where did those guys go? Okay, deer car accidents are up. Over 100,000 deer, 88,000 deer a year are hit by cars.
Isn't that amazing?
But you don't hear that, right? So, and when you take 200,000 hunters out of the picture, okay, and younger guys aren't coming up. So why not cater to the seniors? Okay, get them guys out shooting. They'd love to shoot deer. They just don't want to be freezing and do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and I'm getting there myself.
Yeah.
You know, so, but it's just something I'm working with. I want to talk to the DNR about and see if we can come to some kind of agreement without making people mad. You know, pretty much it would be on private property only. So you're not in the state land for the bow hunters and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens, you know. Something I'd like to do.
Interesting ideas, and I can sense you have a passion, which is great. Anything that helps seniors, I'm all for.
Yeah.
So once we get those ideas rolling, it'd be really good to see them come to fruition. So today we've had Gary Eisen, state rep from St. Clair area, and talking about taxation, talking about hunting and sports for seniors. I'm Doug Wozniak. This has been a senior moment.